Hey everybody, welcome back to Casks-n-Que, or Whiskey and Barbecue Meat. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd, and today we're going to be cooking some tri-tip, so stick around. Okay, so we got a 3-pound tri-tip here. Really good marbling throughout. Got some extra fat and some silver skin here that we probably need to trim off. That can get kind of chewy. Otherwise, the butcher did a pretty good job, so let's get this trimmed up and get some rub on it. Tri-tip is an uncommon cut, but it is becoming more common, especially in my area of the country. We're in Arkansas, so a long ways from California, where this is a very common cut. All right, we're getting some of that stuff off that just isn't going to render. Some of that fat just isn't worth having on. I'll save some of that for grind later on. But some of it I won't, because it's just sinew. It's just not worth saving. Especially that silver stuff that you see, just throw that away. Nothing you can do with it. It's just all it does is add to the weight of the meat, and you pay for that. That's okay. This is looking pretty good. Take some of this off. Go along that edge there. All right. I would say that's about ready. Up. Let me get this. You can spend a lot of time on this, but I'm not going to do that. This isn't a competition or anything like that. Trying to feed some folks. I think we're gonna call that good. Let's get the other side. This is the silver skin I was telling you about. You kind of get under there with your knife, and let's get rid of that stuff. It's no good to anybody. A nice warm day here in central Arkansas. Almost feels like spring, but I'm sure next week it'll snow. Speaking of snow, we did have quite a snowstorm. That was about 2 weeks ago, which is not typical in these here parks. I'm just gonna trim up that edge a little bit, just because I want to. Otherwise, we just need to get that silver skin off and we'll be good to go. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. Stuff can be difficult to deal with sometimes. Today we're going to season with Meat Church's Holy Cow. It's been one of my favorite rubs lately. For beef. That's fine. We're gonna leave it like it is. Now we'll go ahead and hit it with Holy Cow Meat Church rub. I like to go pretty heavy on this stuff. Has a really good color. It's got some garlic, rosemary. Some paprika, I believe, is in there. Some dried onion. Good beefy flavors. They say the first thing you eat with are your eyes. So we'll make sure this looks pretty. All right, let's hit the other side real quick. All right, looking for detail. All right, yep, let's get that guy on the grill. All right, folks, we're at the smoker today. We're going to be going with the Kamado, the Blaze Kamado, and we're running Royal Oak Lump charcoal. We're going to stick a couple chunks of cherry wood in there. I think I mentioned to you before that happens to be my favorite wood to smoke with. It's mild and adds a good color to the meat. Be right back. All right, guys, here's a good opportunity to see what we got before it goes on the grill. Okay guys, so the internal temperature on that tri-tip is about 125. So we're gonna go ahead and let it rest for a little while. In the meantime, I've got some red potatoes that have been boiling. Well, we're gonna take those out of the water and we're gonna put them on the griddle and smush them down. And then we're gonna sprinkle them with some cheese and some bacon. It's gonna be delicious. Okay guys, so we're back at the Blaze griddle. We're gonna go ahead and get these potatoes off the grill and we're gonna put them on here and we're gonna smush them down. It's not a real complicated process. I just like to make sure these potatoes are kind of boiled. That makes them nice and easier to mush, I guess is the proper way to say that. All right, here we go. That one got scraped on the bottom. There we go. All right, potato number 2. Okay, just what we want. A friend of mine, actually, Ben Adams, cooks on his Blackstone quite often and does some recipes created by the Hungry Hussy. So go give him a shout on Instagram. The Bearded Chef, I believe is what it is. Ben, correct me if I'm wrong. All right, we're gonna sprinkle some cheddar cheese on these guys and call it done. I think cheese and potatoes are meant to go together. I'm not sure. I'm not a chef. But I like to eat. And I think that is a combination that's unrivaled. Is that enough cheese? We need more. We need more cheese. Always need more cheese. If you ask if you need more cheese, the answer is yes. And bacon? I mean, come on. Cheese and bacon, potatoes? Give me a break. This is ridiculous. All right. Gonna let that sit for a little bit. Get that cheese nice and melted. And our tri-tips inside waiting on us. So we'll get inside and I'll slice that up for you. All right, so that cheese is starting to melt. Go ahead and plate this up. So we're gonna go ahead and slice into this thing. Tri-tips are very similar to brisket in the fact that they have grains that run 2 different directions. So on the thicker portion, you'll see them that way, and on the thinner portion, we'll see them that way. We're gonna start on this thick side and get a good slice. Oh yeah, just like you would like it. All right, let's get a shot of this other side For those that like something that's a little more done, that's the end that they're going to want to eat off of. So we'll show you what that looks like. Still juicy, and I cut those slices a little bit more thin. You know what? Pitmaster privilege. I'm gonna have a taste. Delicious. Peppery, just a little bit of smoke, garlic, and beef. You can't do any better than that. And that's an inexpensive cut of meat. I think I got this at a local grocery store for $15. And this is gonna feed my whole family. I have a family of 5, so at any rate, that's what we're looking at. And that's the end that's supposed to be more dry. It's a great Scotch. Heavy on sherry. It's matured only in first fill sherry seasoned oak casks, and it is delicious. As you can see, it's got great color. Kind of an amber. You can smell the sherry right away. Dark fruits like plums, dates, raisins, that kind of thing. And on the palate, it's very smooth. You definitely get the sherry. You get a lot of those fruits that I was telling you about. It's almost like somebody stirred all those fruits together in a pot over a stove and kind of made a jam out of it. So that's kind of what I get out of that particular Scotch. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by once again to Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. Just in summation, we took a tri-tip today. We seasoned it with Holy Cow meat church rub. We put it on the smoker. The smoker was set to 250 degrees, cherry wood. We let that roll until the internal temperature hit about 125. Then we pulled it and let it rest for about 30 minutes. And we sliced it and it was delicious. Hope you try the same thing at home. Be sure, whenever you get a chance, cook outside. It's a heck of a lot better than cooking inside. And plus, if you pair it with a little bit of whiskey, can't go wrong. We'll see you next time.